Hello and welcome to the Dits on Wrestling podcast, the Royal Navy's only pro wrestling pod, and specifically we are focusing on the Captain's Cabin today. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks since we've had a guest on board, but we're back in the action now, and we're welcoming Justin from the Worst Wrestling Pod. That's actually the name of the podcast, not just a description. Of course, he's been on the show before, so welcome back, Justin.
Yeah, hey, Dits, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing swell. Have a couple of drinks to me, so I'm doing rather fine.
Nice. And there's another voice here. I think Anthony's here.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I just tagged along.
He's there. He's an extra.
I'm excited for this one because the last quiz that we did was with Mike from Retrosoft Studios, head of Retromania Wrestling. Awesome video game, awesome interview that we did with him, but he took part in the quiz and he crushed his specialty knowledge round, and he's now at the top of our leaderboard, and he really shook things up. And so this is the first quiz here with Justin that we've done since that one with Mike, and I'm interested to see what happens.
It's gonna be a complete shit show.
It could be. You never know. Or you could be amazing.
What he's got 12 points, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a high mark.
He nailed his specialty round. It was.
Oh, he killed it.
Yeah, he really did. And the first one that was ANT, and he crushed his general knowledge, but did not do so good with his specialty round. And that was my thought here for you, Justin, because the specialty round is key for people, and for ANT, he went very broad, and his specialty was WrestleMania 9 through WrestleMania 36. I'm correct on that, right, Dits?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It was very broad, and that's what I fear a little bit here for you, Justin, because your specialty round is Hulk Hogan, and I feel like that's a very broad category.
I am so fucked. It's not even funny.
Well, be sure upfront about it.
I legit, after I sent Dits the message, he's like, "Hey, what's your specialty?" I was like, "Oh, Hulk Hogan." I wasn't even thinking, and then I heard everybody else's, and they're like, so and so from here. Here's the dates. Here's 10-year difference. This guy has been around since 1865, and it's 2020.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know how much shit? Oh my god, I am. But you know what? I'm gonna be positive about it. I'm gonna go in there. I'm just gonna make up answers as I go.
I like your spirit. I speak from experience with it. When Dits and I did our dry run of this and quizzed each other, I picked Bret Hart, and I did actually pretty well.
Yeah, you did. You did.
But I realized I should have narrowed it in some way, because Dits was asking me questions starting from 1976 all the way up until now, and I know a lot about Bret Hart. He's my favorite. I love him, and I know a pretty good amount. But after we finished, I was like, I should have narrowed that down. And so as soon as he said Hulk Hogan, my thoughts too. I was like, this guy's been around since 1865. This is going to be a broad topic.
Oh yeah, because Bret Hart is also one of my favorites.
Nice.
So with you, when he was answering those questions, I was like, what? I was like, huh? I was like, all right. And then, but yet again, hearing that, you would think that I would have had the common sense to be like, okay, Hulk Hogan from WCW era. Nope, just Hulk Hogan.
That would have been a good one, actually.
That would have been a good one.
And it would have been a lot easier for you as well, but it's too late now.
It is a little too late, but we'll see if my whiskey will help me out throughout these
whiskey
questions.
Always helps.
Knowledge in a cup.
We prefer rum on here, though, but we'll allow a whiskey.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Well, why is the rum gone? Pirates of the Caribbean classic, sponsored to the show.
Yeah, the Disney ride
is
the official sponsor for the Captain's Cabin. That would be something else, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
We both love Disney, so naturally they should just want to do that.
That would be amazing.
I'll send him an email.
I mean, Mickey came on the show that one time, so I'm pretty sure they would be down for it.
Yeah, he did. He sent Brad Shepard off the plank, which was nice. Anyone listening to this now who's only just joined the show, maybe the last couple of months, are like, what the fuck are they talking about right now?
Going on? Mickey Mouse? What show? Did I click the right link? What is this?
So is that Scottish weatherman going to show up on this podcast?
No, I think he got fired.
I hope not. He sounded terrible.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for you, Anthony, man. He really nailed you.
He just was super. He wasn't personable at all. He was rude. I didn't think he knew what he was talking about. His colors of the rainbow were incorrect. All of it was just.
He was all over the place.
Terrifying. Just left me all by myself to interview this random Scotsman. It's terrifying.
I mean, like the meteors, the aliens. Yeah, it was.
NASA. Thank you for sympathizing. I submitted my file to HR, which we don't have a department, so I haven't heard back. So I'm still pretty upset.
Well, the best of luck to you.
Appreciate it. Best of luck to you on this quiz.
And if you want to sympathize with Anthony and his assault by angry weather scientists last week, then go and check out our worst Backlash pay-per-view pre-show experience from last week.
Good segue.
There you go.
Perfect.
That's why I'm the master of segues. That's why I'm the captain. Exactly.
Weather scientist. So stupid. It's so dumb.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's the best. It's the worst, but the best.
Which is good. You can relate because you've got the worst thing going on as well. So
hells yeah.
There we go. It marries up. We merge nicely. Yes. So I'm sure you're feeling a little bit of tension at the moment because I know everybody else has so far. In fact, I am because I always get nervous when doing the questions because I could easily fuck them up as much as you could get them wrong. So, but we have a general knowledge round to kick things off. Of course, we do 2 rounds, general knowledge and your specialty subject, which is, Justin?
Hulk Hogan.
Yes, Hulk Hogan. Very specific. Now, really narrows it down.
Not wrong at all.
Sure does.
So that you'll be sitting down with me to go through the Hulk Hogan questions. But for general knowledge, I will direct you to our first mate, who will go through the rules, even though you know them already. But for the benefit of our listeners who may not be aware of the rules, Anthony, take it away.
So I'm going to ask you these general knowledge questions. Dits will be doing the timer. He's going to start the timer. He's going to give us a 3, 2, 1, go. He will start it. It's 90 seconds. So a minute and a half for those of you who like to convert seconds into minutes and stuff. 90 seconds. Dits will start the timer. If we are in between a question, if I've started asking you a question as the timer goes off, we will continue that question. You're fully free to skip a question or give a pass if you don't know. Once you pass a question, you cannot then go back to have that question repeated for you. And if you get an answer correct, I will tell you correct. But if you don't get it correct, I will say nothing.
Sounds good.
Everything. So an incorrect gets you silence, and the next question, a correct answer gets you correct.
It's not worthy
Sounds
of
good.
a response. Get it wrong.
I'm rolling with it.
So I'm ready to go with my timer. It's all set. So Anthony, it's down to you.
Oh boy. Keep telling myself, if he gets it right, say correct. If he gets it right, say correct. I always forget
please do that this time. Please do
that. Stop emasculating me in front of everyone. Justin, are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you ready to go?
I'm as ready as I can be.
Here
Sounds
we go.
Good. That whiskey's hitting. He's ready. It's flowing.
He's ready.
Dits is going to hit us with that 3, 2, 1 in the timer. Dits will also be keeping track of which answers are correct and which are incorrect.
Yes. And here
Sounds
we go.
Good.
So it's on you, Dits, whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Who won the first Royal Rumble?
I had Jim Duggan.
Correct. Who is the youngest person to win the WWE Championship?
Randy Orton.
Who won the first ever WrestleMania match?
Skip pass.
Which superstar did Stone Cold Steve Austin defeat to become King of the Ring in 1996?
Jake the Snake.
Correct. How many WrestleManias have taken place outside of the United States?
None.
Who won the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
Baron Corbin.
What year did Ric Flair retire from WWE?
Jesus. 2012.
What venue hosted WrestleMania 1?
Oh, Madison Square Garden.
Correct. Who was the manager for the tag team Billy and Chuck?
Rico.
Correct. Who did Jon Moxley defeat in his Wrestle Kingdom debut this year?
Oh, Lance Archer.
What is the name of the composer responsible for themes of Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock,
Jim
and
Johnston.
Ooh, correct. Who did Cody defeat in the first ever match on AEW Dynamite?
That's the timer, but you do have a chance to answer the question. If this timer shuts up. There we go.
First ever Dynamite. Honestly, I can't even remember. I don't know, Pac.
I can't tell you how hard it was to drill into my brain again and remember to say correct when he gets answers correct. Whew! Stressed!
I was actually getting worried there that we were going to run out of questions.
I was going to tell you how.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
I was like, oh, no.
Say, did you set the timer for an hour? Like, I was waiting. I was like, where's the music?
That was the longest 90 seconds of my life, actually.
I feel like it usually goes short. And when I was getting to, there was 2 questions left after that. And I was just like, where's the music?
I was getting worried. I was like, Anthony, you're just gonna have to come up with something on the fly.
It is.
I have some backup questions.
Ah, good.
It's so
good.
intense. Where like legit, like with you, Dits, when you guys did your test run, it's like as soon as you say pass, I knew the answer. I'm like, why did I pass?
Yes.
When
yes.
I knew the answer, I'm like, come on, like, jeez, it's
Then
very intense.
And then you're in your brain mad at yourself thinking about why you passed, and then you're trying to think of like the next question that's being asked, and you're going round and round in brain circles. Oh boy.
It's a mind fuck. This whole thing's a mind fuck. Thanks,
It is a
guys.
mind fuck. But you did, from what I believe, you did pretty good in this first round. How many questions did you get right, Dits?
So I'll put it this way: you've tied what I got when we did our test run, which is 5.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll take 5.
as long as you get one correct in your Hogan round, which you should do because he's your specialty subject, then you will have surpassed me. So that's a good thing. But would you like to run through the questions, Anthony?
That is exactly what I was going to say.
Yes.
You're a smart guy. It's almost like
I know.
we work together a lot or something like that. Weird. So the first question was, who won the first Royal Rumble? Your answer was Jim Duggan, and the correct answer is Jim Duggan. So point for you. Question number 2, who is the youngest person to win the WWE Championship? Your answer was Randy Orton, which is fair for you to think that, but the correct answer is Brock Lesnar. Question 3, who won the first ever WrestleMania match? I don't remember I think you just straight passed.
Yeah.
The answer was Tito Santana. Texas Tornado. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Who did he even beat?
Who did he beat? It was something like the Executioner or something like that.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
I always quiz or give myself like an honest run through. Like when he sends me, he sends the general knowledge, and then we do halvesies on the specialty round, and so I always go through the general knowledge to see what I can go through. And yeah, I had no idea on the Tito Santana one at all. Which superstar did Stone Cold Steve Austin defeat to become King of the Ring in '96? The correct answer was Jake Roberts, which was also your answer. How many WrestleManias have taken place outside of the U.S.? Your answer was 0.
Stupid. I know.
The correct answer is 2.
I tell you, that's an easy one to trip somebody up on, though, isn't it?
Stupid. I mean, Hulk Hogan was in both of them. He was in fucking both of them, and I got it wrong. Specialty is going to be really bad.
Who won the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Your answer was Corbin. The correct answer was Cesaro.
Oh, okay.
I think you're only 1 year out. I think Baron Corbin won the second one. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't really care, to be honest.
I don't pay attention to. I don't really remember trophies and awards that people get that mean fucking nothing, because the Memorial Battle Royal trophy has done nothing for anyone.
Exactly.
What year did Ric Flair retire from WWE? Your answer was 2012. The correct answer was 2008.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then you started to do really well in the next 3 out of 4. What venue hosted WrestleMania 1? Your answer was Madison Square Garden, which was the correct answer. Who was the manager for the tag team Billy and Chuck? The answer was the legend himself, Rico, which you got correct. Well done. Next question. Who did Jon Moxley defeat in his Wrestle Kingdom debut this year? Your answer was Lance Archer. The correct answer was Juice Robinson.
Oh,
The
okay.
Juice. And the next one, what is the name of the composer responsible for the themes of Stone Cold, The Rock? You didn't even let me finish this. You knew the answer was Jim Johnston, which is short for James, kind of correct. So Jim Johnston, point for you. And then the last question, who did Cody defeat in the first ever match on AEW Dynamite? You didn't really know. You went with Pac. The correct answer was Sammy Guevara.
Sure was, because that was the first time I saw Sammy. I was like, wow, this kid's pretty special.
And then later that night, he would join the Inner Circle.
Yep.
And he
Wow.
would. So well done.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I'll take 5.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
I think
I'll take 5.
when Dits and I did ours, we did 60 seconds per each round, and I got 5 in my general knowledge and 5 in my specialty. So granted, it was 30 seconds less, but I think that's solid. If you can pull a 5er in a round, I think that's pretty good.
You know, I kind of went in it like hoping to get a 5.
That's a good.
So
that's a good-
I
Good.
met expectations. This one, we'll find out.
And again, you just want to get at top 8, because if you're a top 8, you get to qualify for the playoffs, and that's all you
Yes.
really need. To be number 1 is nice, and be able to have the golden anchor. You know, be able to get that number 1 spot. But as long as you reach the top 8, you make the playoffs, and you're good.
You know what? Like Ludacris, I'm coming for that number 1 spot.
Oh, I like it, Luda.
What I will say, Justin, is if you get this first question right, it will set the tone for the rest of your round. Because I didn't know this prior to looking it up. It's a doozy.
Thanks for the pressure. Your first questions in the specialty always screws everybody.
This question's hard as fuck.
I didn't even
Great.
know. I didn't know it was a thing. So, but obviously, you being a Hogan crazed fan, you'll know all of this.
Yeah, right? You being a guy who picked like a specific, narrow, niche topic, you know, yeah, it should be no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna breeze through this. No biggie.
No big.
Okay, right. So 5 in round 1. Anthony, do you have timer, pen, pencil, paper? All that
I've got
stuff.
an abacus and a
Perfect.
microscope. Those count?
That'll do. I'll take it.
Copy that.
Whatever counting device you can get your hands on. Even use your hands. Don't
Fingers
really
and toes. Sounds like a plan.
Fingers and toes.
All right, Justin,
Classic.
are you ready?
I'm. Let me take a little drink of the little whiskey and then I'll be
Magic
ready to
elixir. I heard you take a sip when I was asking you questions, and then you got the next 3 out of 4 correct.
It's all in the whiskey.
It's all in the whiskey.
Good old Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker. Dits, are you
All right.
ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Copy that. Justin, are you ready?
I am ready.
Copy that. So your 1 minute and 30-second specialty round will start when I say go. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Between WCW folding and rejoining WWE in 2002, Hogan wrestled one match for what promotion?
Oh, it was somewhere in Australia. I don't remember. I don't know the promotion's name, but I think it was in Australia.
What finisher did Hogan use in his first stint with New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Ooh, it was like a submission holder, but I cannot remember the name. Pass on that.
Hulk Hogan signed for TNA in 2009, but what year was he originally due to have a run there that fell through due to injury?
2006.
What IWGP Heavyweight Champion did Hulk Hogan fight at Wrestling Dontaku 1993?
Inoki.
Hulk Hogan's first WCW Heavyweight title reign was ended by who?
Macho Man.
How many Royal Rumbles has Hulk Hogan won?
2.
How many WWE Championship reigns did Hogan have?
6.
Hogan created and financed what restaurant in 1995?
It was some type of pasta restaurant.
That's it. Time's up.
Really? That was a quick 90 seconds.
Yeah.
That was quick 90 seconds. That was God only knows how many I got right. This is gonna be very interesting.
Ironically, this is going to be a super funny thing. I accidentally I set the timer for 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I had to just like do the math. But yeah, time's up. That's why it didn't go off.
Now I have to pipe in a sound of a timer.
Sorry.
Unbelievable. Causing me extra fucking work. Jesus. Right.
That first question was tough, but you spent roughly 13, 14 seconds
I
on
know.
that first one.
Yeah, I know. That was a downfall.
So you've taken a note of all the answers and all that stuff, haven't you?
That I have.
That I have. But I'll run through from my end. Justin, here we go, and we'll find out how many you got. So question 1. Between WCW folding and rejoining WWE in 2002, Hogan wrestled one match for what promotion? You were right with Australia. He did do a tour of Australia where he beat Ric Flair 4 times in a row. However, that didn't happen until a lot later than this.
Was it?
So he wrestled once for Jimmy Hart's company, Excitement Wrestling Federation.
Jimmy Hart had a company?
Mm-hmm. And it folded within a year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't even know
Shock.
AJ Styles was somebody who was signed to that company.
that. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. What finisher did Hogan use in his first stint with New Japan? It was the Axe Bomber, which was a lariat.
Ooh.
Not his leg drop.
Interesting.
Hulk Hogan signed for TNA in 2009, but what year was he originally due to have a run there that fell through because of injury? So he had to have knee surgery, so the whole thing was axed. But he was originally supposed to sign there in 2003 and feud with Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, interesting.
What IWGP Heavyweight Champion did Hulk Hogan fight at Wrestling Dontaku 1993? It was the Great Muta.
You were close. You were close with the
I
Noki.
was.
Hulk Hogan's first WCW heavyweight title reign was ended by the Giant.
Oh, was it Halloween Havoc?
Yes, it was Halloween Havoc.
Oh, with the Yeti?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was with the Yeti. You went with the Yeti. That's so ridiculous. Oh, with the Yeti. Oh, WCW.
But things took a turn for the better here. So, how many Royal Rumbles has Hulk Hogan won? You said 2. It was correct.
Sweet.
1 point. How many WWE Championship reigns did Hogan have? You said 6. The correct answer is indeed 6.
Sweet.
And then your final question, and it pains me because you were in the right area.
I was going to say, this is up to you if you're going to give him the credit or not.
Hogan created and financed what restaurant in 1995? You said it was pasta related.
Some sort of pasta.
Some sort of pasta.
I can't believe he opened this. This is so stupid.
It was Pasta Mania.
Pasta Mania.
Of course it was.
I'd love to give that to you, but I'm not going to give it to you because I'm a... Oof, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Captain.
Wow.
That's what I do.
Cold-blooded.
Pasta Mania. As you can imagine, that eventually crumbled.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Funny old thing.
Do you know where it was that it was open? The first one? Anyone?
No.
It was in Mall America.
Yes, Mall of America in Minnesota.
Oh, I should get the point then.
Fair.
I know. Come on. Here's a little bit of trivia, though. Just type it into Google. Pastamania is something that does exist, though. It's a restaurant chain in Singapore, Kuwait, Malaysia, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and the Middle East. So somebody has taken on the Pastamania franchise, awesome. Which is probably nothing related to Hulk Hogan, but there you go.
No, not at all.
That's just some random bonus stuff that you can bring up to your friends.
Random bonus.
So you got 2 in that round, which means overall 7 points.
7. Oh.
I forget what foul got Anthony. Did he get 7 or did he get 8?
I thought it was 7 as well.
Ooh. So you're tied.
Oh dear.
Oh fuck! It is a tie. Oh boy, I hope that doesn't come down to. We both make the top 8. We're gonna have to have them both on at the same time, and then do like a one-off question, or
Like
figure something out,
A sudden,
or like a fight to
sudden death.
or an actual fight to the death.
Oh, this is an embarrassment. Truly is. Truly is.
I mean,
Next time.
So close with that pasta. So close. Some sort of pasta restaurant. Oh, so close.
Something pasta.
Pasta mania. Yeah, I wouldn't be gutted about that. It's not 5.
No, 7's good.
I'd take
7's good.
7.
I'll take 7. You know, I just
The questions weren't easy.
No,
Like, the easy path to have gone would have been to focus on Hulkamania in WWF. You know, the kind of the height of his career, but we kind of danced around that a little bit. Apart from the 2 questions you got right.
Yeah,
So,
it was good. Those questions were
It's all about that first one, like you said, and that first one
was a
was
bastard.
a bit of a hard one, and you spent like 13 seconds on it.
Yeah, it was a little too long.
In fact,
I wanted to
actually,
yell to him and be like, "Pass, just pass."
I was so obsessed with trying to get it right.
yeah. So what we do for everybody else, because these questions are for you, they are bespoke, so they are no good to anybody else. So unlike the general knowledge, we can ask you the rest of these questions if you want to be asked them, and just to see how you would have done.
Unless somebody else picks Hulk Hogan. Oh yeah, we just create more questions. You're right.
Yeah. So
yeah, let's hear him.
So which event did Hogan make his WCW in-ring debut at?
Oh, that was Bash at the Beach.
Nice, correct. Who did Hogan defeat to win his first WWE title?
Iron Sheik.
Oh,
Wow, 2 for 2.
See, now I'm feeling bad for the order I put these in.
Yeah, this is your fault now.
Yeah, it's my fault. Who did Hulk Hogan fight at his last WWF pay-per-view match before leaving for WCW?
Yokozuna.
Correct. Had Hulk Hogan not accepted being the third man in NWO, who was going to replace him?
Sting.
4 for 4.
Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair were originally scheduled to fight at what WrestleMania?
8.
Ooh, 7.
7?
The Mega Powers officially formed at what WWF event?
Saturday Night's Main Event. Wait, hold on. WrestleMania 7. Flair wasn't in.
Hold on, I was just saying you're right. I think that's incorrect.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 8.
Wow.
Mistake.
It's a good job
So he's right.
It's a good job that was an official question.
Damn. Well, no, I mean it's an easy backtrack because we would have just corrected it.
That is true.
Damn. He
Oh shit. So one.
not all of them.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my.
Son of a bitch.
Now I feel awful. I feel awful.
How the cookie crumbles.
No worries. My hopes. You know what? I'm gonna stay positive, and hopefully I make it to the top 8, and I'll come back stronger.
You're never going to eat pasta again, though.
No.
He's not from that restaurant.
No,
That
not
chain.
there. Yeah.
No.
Hop in a time machine and check that out in 1995 in the Mall of America,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Wow, I can't believe he went perfect for the one. Oh, man.
Goddamn.
That would have been great.
I mean, like, what? So you got 7 there. How many was that in a row? The extra ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
I would have had 13.
So you would have been
topped
you would have been the leader, but I think you probably time would have probably run out just prior to that. So I reckon you would have been either 11 or tied for first.
Yeah, and you're right. You know what? I spent too much time on that first one, but you know what? It is what it is.
It's the nature of the beast.
Sure
the
is.
nature of the beast. But that was a good one though. I enjoyed actually putting those questions together because I like being a bastard and trying to trip people up. So,
well, you was definitely a bastard today.
You lived up to it.
I did.
Either die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Here we are.
But
we go.
I'm hoping that we get you back on here again in the next round of quizzing.
I hope so too.
And just if you're going to take anything away from this, just take away the fact that you did better than me with my measly 5.
Not hard.
So there's a consolation, at least.
I'll take that.
I would. I'd take that. As a consolation, I would take that.
At least you're not a weather scientist.
That's true.
Could always be worse.
But Justin, thank you very much for coming on and doing the quiz today. And we'll get this out in the next couple of days. But before you leave, plug your show. Plug you.
Plug me. So I am Justin, the host of the Worst Wrestling Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Worst Wrestling. The podcast is on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, and all those fun podcast apps. And
do go and check that out. And go back in time.
Stuff.
Hop back into the archives of the DOWPOD and check out Justin and I's episode going through the best moments of NXT. Go check that out as well.
Ooh, that sounds like a very interesting topic and something that I would like to go listen to right now if I were listening to this episode.
Naturally. I mean, this has only taken up about half an hour of your time, so...
Makes sense.
What's another hour? What is another hour?
It's NXT. Come on now.
And everyone loves NXT.
Everybody loves
NXT. Spend your day with the quiz and NXT chat, and Justin bragging about every wrestling event he's ever been to. Oh, I'm from Chicago. I get all the shows. Ooh. Get out.
My apologies. Next time, I'll FaceTime you, and then I'll just pretend that you're there live.
That'd be great. I would take that. I'd actually take that. It's the best I'm going to get. But Justin, thank you very much for coming on, buddy, and hopefully we do see you in the next round of the Captain's Cabin. But until next time, we'll see you later on the DOWPOD.